and welcome back to another episode of TYL Chats, Transform Your Life. And I'm Lauren Ahola. I'm a holistic dietitian and yoga instructor. And here we have
Lauren Folan. I'm a yoga instructor, meditation instructor, and holistic healer.
Yes, and we make up the Yogi Laurens. So we've been friends forever, and we've started to just put these talks together to share our lives and experiences. And today's topic is non-judgment. Mm-hmm. So all of these talks are designed to just give you a little insight of ways to transform your life with different intentions, how we set yoga class with an intention, right? All these talks have an intention. So today we're going to talk about non-judgment, and let's just get into it. So judging is something we all do. Own it up, you judge, we know you do it.
Right? Self-judgment, judging other people, being a judgy McJudgester.
Judgy McJudgester. I like that. But yeah, it's human nature.
It is.
You know, it's a lot of times starts with the judgments that we put on ourselves of how we think that we should be or things we should do or how we should be acting or feeling. Like, for instance, I'm someone who thinks I need to be busy and doing something. So sometimes I find myself judging someone who's just laying around. And I'm like, dude, they're lazy. Yeah. But who says that's wrong, right? Exactly. That's their perception. I'm judging and I'm admitting it. But, you know, maybe you have judgments of just, you know, feeling like you need to have a certain job or look a certain way or be a perfect person. Mm-hmm. Nobody's perfect.
Exactly. And that's the thing, judging. If you're not perfect and you're not holding expectations of yourself, that's a huge thing as well. And judging other people when it's not aligning with what you believe in. And again, like everyone's conditioned from what they grew up with when they're younger, right? So everyone comes from different situations. So we judge on how we were brought up and what was right around us. So that's what makes it so natural for everyone, because no one has the same story. No one has the same background, and no one is going through the same thing as you. Like, everyone's individualized. So just because you take something a certain way doesn't mean another person who grew up a completely different way than you does the same.
Right. It's just taking a step back, and that brings us to our first step. So we have this little process of how you can overcome judgment.
Yeah.
Step number 1 is become aware. So when you're having a judgment on someone else or yourself, start within yourself, right? That's where every judgment comes. It's a judgment you have about you that we place on others or some experience you've had in your life. So when you're having that judgment, or I'm having that judgment of like, why are you watching so much Netflix? Let's get up. Let's freaking do something, right? Let's do a 10th workout. But no, like, not everybody thinks that how it has to be. And like, you know, maybe I should be more like them and chill out. But okay, now I'm aware of it, right? So now I can change it.
Exactly. And the hardest part about being aware is just accepting the fact that everyone judges, because I get it. No one wants to be judgy. So you're gonna be like, no, not me. I never do that, right? Everyone does. BS, right? Everyone does. It's natural instinct in being a human. So first step, be aware and accept that everyone does it. It's not just you. It's nothing wrong about it. It's natural.
Yeah. We all do it. I do it. She does it. Mm-hmm. We're owning it. Own it.
Exactly.
Own things you do, and then it's okay.
Exactly.
But we're trying to work on overcoming it, right? So step number 2, write it down. The more you write down how you feel, how you're judging things or how you're judging others, things just start to connect, and you will start to realize, like, why do I do that? Like, and just, it takes it a step further when you write things down.
Exactly. So once you write it down, once you're aware of it and you actually physically write it down, and this could be how you're judging someone else, or it could be how you're judging yourself, because we're the most critical towards ourselves as well. It's then expanding on that. Why are you doing it? Not just being like, I judge this. This is something that I judge. Then be like, go deeper. Why do you judge it? What conditioned things from how you were brought up might cause that? When do you do it? It's fine tuning it a little bit there.
Totally. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then it's so starting with yourself. Figure out you. Where are your judgments? And then you search outside of that of why are you judging others? But you can't fix your judgments towards others until you fix the judgments within yourself. Mm-hmm. So learning to accept yourself and realize we're not perfect, and it's okay to, have done things you aren't proud of, and day to day wake up and, just maybe be rude to someone, and then you regret it of like, why did I act that way? And why were they mean towards me? Probably because you were mean towards them.
Yeah. It's shifting your limiting beliefs about yourself, because everyone has those as well.
Yes, but we're all, that brings us to the final step of this process.
Yeah.
Of how you really choose to overcome it is to act in love.
Mm-hmm. Appreciation for yourself, for others. Like right now we're in the corona stuff, so everyone's shit is all over the place, right? And you don't know what's happening behind the scenes of someone being stressed. So maybe they're doing or acting or behaving in ways that they don't normally do because they're really stressed out in their lives. We don't know that. We have no idea. You don't know what happens behind closed doors. So instead of judging and criticizing and being like, that person sucks, take a step back, be like, all right, everyone's going through different stuff, and everyone handles things differently based on the tools that they're given, based on how they were brought up, based on what they have in the moment, based on conditioned responses from where they're at.
I love it, Laura. That's well summed up. But something I would like to add too is sometimes we judge other people is because they aren't like us, or we want them to be like us, right? It's like we categorize ourselves as they're like me, or I like them because they're like me, or I fit in this group. Right, as like my friends, we all do yoga, and like
and like our name's yoga, Lauren, and if your name's not Lauren, you're not cool.
You aren't in our group.
You can't sit with us.
You can't unless you wear pink or sweaters
and wine pants.
But no, really, that's where judgment comes. It's like we all just want people to be like us and love us. So when we realize that, what it really comes down to is we do all have something in common. Human nature, we're all searching for love. So take a step back and realize like we really are all one.
And that's huge. We're all trying to connect.
So, and people connect in different ways, but if you don't connect with someone, or you're not going to like everybody, you don't got to be everyone's friend, but take a step back and realize like, you know what, hey, like this person may be having a good day, but deep down, like we all want connection, we all want love. Let go of judgment. People do it in different ways. So that's really how you overcome it, is just choosing to become aware, write it down, figure out the judgments you have on yourself, why are you placing that on other people, and then choose to act in love.
Exactly. And if you don't get the acting in love part down right away, right, don't judge yourself. Right? Like, shit, I effed it up again, and you're like, I just judged that person. It's okay. That's when you step back and be like, oh, I just made a judgment. That's all right. It's okay.
Yeah.
And see, just saying that's all right, that's okay, that's acting in love towards yourself.
Yeah.
It's recognizing it.
And that brings me to a little story here, right?
Yeah.
Because I think sitting here watching us both as yoga instructors that are really into health and everything, it could be like they have it all figured out. They're perfect. Non-judgment through my life has come through experiences, and it hasn't always been this way. So I'm not going to speak for Lauren and I, but I will say we both had our experiences with drinking too much.
Disasters.
Partying
I was a
way
straight
too
up
much.
Disaster.
And us together was on another level.
Yeah. No rule could stop me.
So I was in school to be nutrition, dietitian, all these things. And I focused so much on being perfect that when I came to drinking, I just needed a release. I needed the weekends to go out and just do whatever. And that led to a downward spiral of like, hey, do you got a handle of Rubinoff?
Yeah. Let me chase it with a gummy worm.
Yeah, our thing used to be, we had a method. This is not something I would recommend repeating, right?
No.
But it would be like, okay, we get some kind of like Sprite or juice, whatever. Sip, Rubinoff, sip of the Sprite. Then you wash it down with a gummy worm because you can't taste it.
Yeah.
On little to no food.
Yeah.
So
horrible.
We would go out, destroy lives, get kicked out of bars, eat late night pizza and sausages. Now she's a vegetarian.
Definitely get kicked out of bars multiple times. Probably lost, crashed, smashed so many phones. Just lots of things that people can judge us on.
Yeah, Like, I remember I'd wake up and be like, all right, like, well, I got kicked out of that place.
I'd be
drove
like,
me home?
I'd be like, where's my shit? License gone, phone gone, credit cards gone, more than once.
Yes, and then, too many stories, but all things said, something you guys should know is that did not turn out very well, of leading to both of us getting OUIs in different situations.
Yeah.
And at that point, I really judged myself for that, of like, okay, so I was 23. 23 is a hard year.
It's Blink 182, no one likes you when you're 23. Yes. It is facts.
Yeah, from
sucks.
like 21 to 23, I had like a downward spiral, and that was my time of like, oh my God, that was my point though. My point of recognizing like, I need to change, this isn't worth it, and just kind of eliminate it from my life to get a better relationship with it and focus on things, that's where yoga came in, and ways to just manage stress better and not, go out and ruin my life.
Exactly. But like also from that, we could have judged so much. Like, we both have OUIs, that sucked. We had to go to classes, we had to do all this crap. But instead of judging us and being like, you're a horrible person, and just getting yourself down, it was like, kind of own it. All right, this happened. What can I learn from it? Instead of judging, what can you learn from a situation that's tough? You're rock bottom. What can you learn from it? How can I change? How can I transform?
Yeah, and sometimes you need to hit a bottom of like, okay, I'm this health person, dietitian, and I had to friggin' have my parents drive me to my nutrition internship because I didn't have my car, and I had to explain to people of like, oh, car broke, I was scared, and I thought they would judge me if I told them like, I'm here to school to be a dietitian and help people with health, but yes, I just got an OUI and I can't even drive myself. And that's not something I was proud of, and a lot of people didn't know right away, but over years I feel like, I need to share that and let you know, like, to go on this journey and get to the point of being your best version of yourself. It's accepting every part of yourself.
Exactly. And even the parts that you're like, ooh, the cringeworthy ones, but it's like using those parts to grow more, to learn more. So when you start judging yourself, when you start criticizing yourself, instead of doing those judgments, flip the right perspective, act in love, and be like, okay, what can I take from this experience? How can I learn? How can I grow? And how can I transform? That's so key.
And I would say I'm very thankful for that experience, just because.
Yeah, that's the craziest thing now. Now that I'm like, thank God that happened.
Yeah. No, I cried for days.
I picked her up when she was crying
She picked me up.
The police station.
Literally, they felt so bad for me because I literally cried my eyes out for days. But I just felt so ashamed and so bad.
Yeah, same here. It was horrible.
Horrible. She didn't cry though.
I didn't
she was
cry.
Annoying.
I was annoying. I was the most annoying person they've ever arrested, they said. We're friends later on in life. Again, I could judge myself with that, but
So now we can laugh at those things, right?
Yeah.
But we're real, and we've had our struggles, and that's why we would never judge anyone who comes to us who is not at this point.
Exactly.
Like, you need to start somewhere. If you're at your rock bottom, congrats to you.
Exactly.
Pick it up, turn it around, don't judge yourself, and just own it.
Own it and start putting the next foot in front of the other and see where it takes you.
Yeah, become aware, practice love, and live in love. No judgment.
Exactly. I love it.
Any final thoughts? Anything else you want to share?
No, just keep living and leading your life with that open heart as much as you can.
That's the key to non-judgment, key to life. And if you ever want to connect with us, or this story inspired you to, or just feel like you need somebody to talk to, reach out to us.
Yes.
YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, theyogilaurens.com. Like, we are here, and we just want to have this be a space for you guys if you don't have that person to connect with or share with, because it's so important you reach out to somebody if you are struggling with judgment, alcohol, any of it. Like, we've been there, and there's a better way to do it.
For sure.
Well, okay, guys, stay healthy out there, and just, keep transforming your life.
Exactly. See you next time behind your screens or on your mats.
Bye, guys.